obviously prices are going to be going up, you know what I mean, depending on where you at. I mean, that's how I look at it.
Stop
but
again.
there's no reason
Stop. Hey, this is Matt Cox, and I'm here with Juan Sanchez, and we are going to review one of the latest Band Man Kevo videos.
Band Man Kevo is a sure thing.
He's a sure.
We can always count on him.
You can't go wrong.
No,
you can't go wrong.
He's like the end train in New York.
And we are going to give you the sauce that he's not giving you. So he is right now. Nice. I didn't even see you. Did you go?
Didn't
did
see
you
me
get that?
doing
Is
this. This is the sauce, people.
You slipped in the pantry and got the sauce.
I got to bring the props, bro.
So
we're going to give you the sauce.
So we're going to give you the real sauce, and we're going to explain to you that the sauce that he's giving you isn't quite right.
No. As usual.
Although he talks about public records and stuff, I think he's a little bit off, but that's when he's reading it. But anyway, we'll get into it. So we're gonna start reviewing the video right now and let you know exactly where he's right and where he's wrong.
Yeah.
And I think from a place of caring about his subscribers, which are misguided most of the time.
One of the things, I know it's been a while since I've been here, so I have been building up this anger. Okay. One of the things that I want to accomplish here, because everybody can talk. The beauty of social media is as long as you have a microphone, you are an expert. Okay. Yeah. But we were just talking about it. This guy doesn't show evidence. He doesn't show, here it is. It's just a lot of yapping.
This is a guy, by the way, that went to prison because he was cashing bad checks. So you're walking into banks and cashing bad checks, and then you get busted and you go to jail. And then he got out, and somehow or another,
he's a financial wizard.
He's a financial wizard. Let's go ahead and let's start let's
roll the clip.
Yeah, the sauce.
Always get, because listen, I'm finna drop this label. It's gonna be one of the biggest labels in the world. So a lot of education stuff, you're going to have to go on my OnlyFans to get game. So y'all gonna be seeing a lot of music. Y'all gonna be seeing a lot of my biggest artists. We're doing a lot of big things.
Artists?
But I want to tell y'all right now what Blend is. And when it comes to making some real money, this is it. Today we're gonna talk about buying and investing in land. I gotta put y'all up on that. So unless you've been living under a rock, we all know people are moving to find cheaper houses all over the country. This sets up for a perfect opportunity to make some real money. Why? Because everything requires land to be built on. And that's home, businesses, parking lots, gas stations. Everything needs land. Y'all gotta understand that. And it's not just in the United States either. Everyone in the world is thirsty to buy land right now.
Everybody's thirsty.
When you look on Zillow,
to buy land.
Cuba? Getting to buying land.
Thirsty to buy
goes up.
Or Russia?
Investors are rushing
or China?
land all around the globe, from like Miami to Hong Kong. Everybody's buying land.
It doesn't matter.
The price of land is
North Korea?
His fans have never left the state of Florida.
Investment. So if you're looking for a secure investment, get into land. And if you do it right, you will win. Just think about it. Most of the population on the planet right now is in high demand for land. I'm finna give y'all a hack right now. If you want to get into land, you want to buy land, it's a way of going about buying land. A lot of people who invest into parcels of land, talk about acreage.
First of all, you have to understand the mentality of his base. There are people that they're average. I'm going to give them something. I'm going to say average intelligence or average education, but they're looking for a quick rich scheme. You know?
One of those get rich overnight.
Get rich quick scheme. Thank you. A get rich quick scheme. Like, it's always about like, how can I basically just move some stuff around and make a bunch of money? He also talks about right now is this whole strategy is going to be like somebody who has income, somebody has money to spare. Like, if you've got $200,000 or $300,000 sitting around and you don't need that money, you can invest in land. First of all, if you've got $200,000 or $300,000 that you want to invest, you're not listening to this guy.
And land is not the place where you're going to go for anyways.
Right. Because, we'll get into that. But so first I want to talk about, he talked about OnlyFans, right? So his OnlyFans.
By the way, I want to cut here. Screw you, Colby.
What?
It's not fans only, it's only fans.
Yeah. So Colby should have caught that. He should have definitely said something.
Yeah,
let us go.
I will never forget the humiliation.
So
that's okay.
So what happens is I've had several people contact me that are subscribers or have watched his stuff, and they've gone on his OnlyFans site, and they paid, I don't know what they paid, $500, $1,000 to get advice from him. And all three of these guys were credit cards, by the way, on how to get like $100,000-$200,000 credit card. And the thing is, they said they sat there with him, on like a Zoom call, and all of these guys were like, he didn't tell me anything. And these are different people. Like, this is over the course of a month or two. And one guy's actually like, look, I'll pay you to do a video saying, matter of fact, I need to get that guy.
I need to get that
guy to do a video. He was going to pay. He's like, I want to pay the fee so that I could then interview or go on his OnlyFans, and I could have a conversation with old Band Man.
This is my issue.
Well, wait a second. The point is that the guy said that literally, he said, like, I was doing what he was saying on the videos. Like, you got to go in and get a credit card. He said, so I literally went to try and get the credit card, and I was turned down. And he said, so then I said, you know what, I'm just going to pay this guy. He said he'll tell me. So he paid, and he said, Kevo didn't know anything. He said, all he said was like, yeah, you got to go apply. He's like, I did apply. Here's what he's like, here's what I said. I said this and this, and I answered these questions. I answered everything correct, and I got denied. He's like, yeah, well, you must have bad credit. He goes, no, I have no credit. You said if I have no credit and I do these things and I apply, they would give me a credit card. And then Kevo was like, yeah, man, I don't know what you did something wrong. He's like, well, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, he did. He listened to Kevo.
Right. He said, I really broke it down. And he said, all he kept saying over and over again, yeah, man, you just got to go apply somewhere else. You got to figure that out. What do you mean figure that out? I just paid you to tell me the sauce.
He did not have the right sauce,
He didn't
people.
have the sauce. That was the problem.
Listen, you don't get the right sauce, your food tastes like shit. It's common knowledge, fellas.
Right.
So let's talk. This is my issue. You cannot. I mean, you
do you
can.
know how
Everybody
easy
can do whatever you want.
Do you know how easy it would be for me or you to run this little scam that he's running?
Oh, no. We will never run it like this.
First of all, people would just contact my probation officer. I'd be in front of the judge, and boom, I'd be back in jail.
No, because then you will, remember, he went to prison and got out like 2 days later with no charges. But that's a whole different video.
Right, but he's not on probation.
No.
He's not on...
But with a gun, hello. But regardless of that, my issue is you cannot throw figures and unless you're...
Well, he's doing it. So
yeah, but if you are part of his audience, you should be pretty pissed off. Because one of the things that I hate is when people think I'm stupid. If you tell me majority of the population is looking in the world, I guarantee you he doesn't even know the number of people that live in the world. But majority of the population is looking for land. Dude, there is Google this. It's called the Pareto principle. And it says it's an 80-20. Everything is divided 80-20.
Right.
So 20% of the population is looking for land in the world. The other 80 is trying to figure out how to put gas in their freaking car.
How to just get enough money to buy groceries. Like, they're not out shopping for them. So the majority of the population isn't shopping for
We were talking
raw
about
land.
it. We were just passing out backpacks for kids and we had 200 and we run out of them like this because people don't even have money to buy school supplies for the kids.
Because they're saving their money to buy land. That must be what it is.
Damn it! I should have passed out land instead of school supplies. I knew it.
So So first of all, it's always those blanket statements that that are
because
that cover
and that's where he's trying to absorb the population that is saying, okay, so there's a bunch of broke people like me that are looking to buy land. Yeah. And the answer is no.
Right.
Broke people are trying to buy food.
Well, what he's trying to do is trying to get to those people and say, I'm going to show you how to make money. And people are like, oh, I get this in my comments all the time. He's from the street. Like you don't understand. He's trying to elevate people that grew up in the street. But he's lying to you. He's not giving you the correct information.
He's not giving you the sauce.
Like, you're living on the hype. If you're living on hype from listening to this guy, you'll never make any money.
No.
If it's for sale, buy it. If you can afford it. There's a lot of subdivisions for sale.
That's a big
if. Demand is growing because
if you can afford it.
To buy
if it's for sale, buy it?
Yeah, if it's for sale, buy it. If you can afford it. Okay.
How do we find land? We are going to go on Zillow.
No, we're not.
No,
we're not.
No, Zillow, bad.
Find areas to buy in. On a property, any bankruptcies, divorces, high and low equity. I feel like this is I feel like he got paid to push
I can't imagine that what the website has done a full that website has certainly not done an abstraction on every single on every single property that is listed on PropStream. There's no way that they've done a full title search.
So let's cover all the mistakes here.
Right, because a title search costs money. So everybody that lists it, they've done $150, $200 on for. So that's not possible. It didn't happen.
First of all,
multiple cups here.
This whole I don't know what the hell. What's going on. This is not about if it's for sale, you buy it. No, that's just stupid. Has us where we're at right now. By the way, that's called inflation. Inflation is the result of if it's for sale, you buy it.
Yeah.
Okay. So no, that's not good. Mistake number 2: you never, ever, 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 ever go to Zillow to look for property. Why? Because Zillow has all the properties that are listed by agents.
Right.
Okay. So there is already a markup in there. You don't want to buy property in Zillow.
Yeah, and they're also looking at like what the property appraiser said the property's worth. The property appraiser might say your property's worth $30,000, but it's actually selling for $150,000. They may also say it's worth $30,000 and it's actually selling for $10,000.
And if you read my indictment, you will know that I have developed.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh no. Listen, I've owned 2 development companies.
So I never bought land from a seller. I always bought land from either a distressed situation, whether it was in the courts because of foreclosure, or I bought it directly from the county because there were delinquent taxes.
Okay. So can I mention something real quick?
Yeah.
I have bought from sellers. Like I did the inner city.
Okay.
Right. So you developed like large swaths of land. I actually went into the inner city, and I've done what he's saying. But what he's saying is to do what I did way out in the suburbs. What I'm saying is I bought in the inner city, and I bought directly from homeowners now, or from private owners. Here's the thing about that is that regardless of that, when I went in to when I went in to develop an area, I bought all the land that I was going to develop and that was available before I started building. Does it make sense?
Of course.
So I bought everything so that if somebody came to me and said, hey, I have this, it's like I've got everything I need wrapped up.
Yeah.
So I'm not buying. And I was a small developer. A large developer like he's talking about going to, they've bought up cow pastures, like hundreds of acres. So some little tiny parcel that you have that's 3 miles away from the massive development you've got, and you say, hey, I got this really cheap piece of land. This developer is going to say, bro, I'm developing 3,000 plots of land. I don't need your
And there is so much corruption in developing at that scale.
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine who's a large developer down in South Florida, and he will actually partner up with people in the government to get people eminent domain out of their property. And listen.
Who are you talking to? I actually went to I actually had a politician by the name of Kevin White, who I actually bribed by paying $22,000. His whole campaign, by the way, a lot of people don't realize this, that these inner city
my God, you gave him $20,000? That's a whole campaign.
That's the whole campaign was run on $30,000. I gave him 22 of the $30,000, got him elected for his city council seat because he was the council member in my district. I had over 100 vacant lots, or undeveloped land is what it's called. So undeveloped lots. I had 100 of them that were all zoned single family, and by getting him elected, our agreement was I get you elected, you get all of my lots zoned multifamily. So as far as corruption and as far as who knows how it really works, Kevo, who just got out of federal prison for being he's a crash test dummy. Here, go to the teller. Go cash this check. Like, you're a crash test dummy.
But it's easy to read something on the internet and repeat it like a parrot.
Right. Well, that's what he's doing.
But once that you're on and then people are like listening to it and, oh my God, this guy's going to make me a millionaire.
He's wasting your time.
And but I think we should do a live. So we're going to announce it when it happens.
All right.
Where we're actually going to do step by step and answer questions. And if you take, notes in there, I guarantee you're going to walk out of there and you will be able to make a transaction, not all this goofy stuff.
Are we going to talk about like how to properly bribe like councilman.
No,
not
that's after you buy it.
Legit stuff.
That's the real sauce.
Legit stuff.
The real sauce.
I got it. I'm cool. I'm okay with that too.
Of course.
I like the
people
other
need
stuff
to
better,
know. Listen, if this guy is getting 400,000 views, people are hungry for the truth. But this guy is not giving it to you. You know.
Listen.
By the way, this is easier.
I know, but
than giving the truth,
huh?
This is way easier than telling the truth.
No. Of course, just bullshitting is way easier. But I'm saying in general, like some of the stuff I just watched the video. Like some of it's okay. Like not some of it, but let's say 30% of it. It's like, yeah, what you read. Like you'll see he's reading off a screen. Like what you just, and you can totally tell because his sentence structure changes completely.
Flawless.
Right. So what he's reading off of the screen, which he's obviously reading off of a website, that information is accurate.
So you are going to create a mailing list using PropStream. The whole goal for using PropStream mailing list is to be able to get properties from people who hid the properties for about 20 years. That's game right there. So you got to understand that they never did nothing with the property, and these people are still paying taxes on the land. The potential problems a title search can uncover includes liens and easements. So listen, man, y'all don't want any surprises. So make sure y'all go check the zoning, especially the type of structure that can be built. It's important to check with the local zoning and planning office to verify that the property is zoned for residential. Y'all want to definitely check
right,
that
like so.
Our
like,
boy has grown up.
Yeah,
so before you
is.
even buy the land, you want to run a test on
Look
it.
at
You want to
this.
make sure that the water drainage is actually good for the land. And you want to make sure that it could even hold, whatever you're going to be building on the land.
Hold it.
Your $3,600 investment will have made you more than $2,100 in capital gains interest.
Right there for a second.
Even after minor trans.
I'm going to use big words. A recurrent event.
Right.
With Band Man Kevo. His numbers don't work.
What capital? Yeah, his numbers don't work, and the capital.
First
gains,
of all, you bought 2.5 acres.
Right.
That now you're selling for $4,200. Is that what he said, or something like that?
Yeah, like 4,200 or something like that.
Yeah, so
$4,000.
4,000. So each acre and change you're selling for $2,000.
Yeah, I don't know where he got
that. Not even.
Did we? Can you go back? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Can you go back to see what did he say 4,200? I wanted to let you guys know that I have a Patreon account. If you're interested in joining the Patreon account, it's got 3 tiers. The top tier, you actually get a different con man painting every single month. If you're already joined and you're already supporting me, I really appreciate that. If you haven't joined yet and you're interested in joining, I'm going to leave the contact information for Patreon in the description. Thank you very much for watching the video.
Let's say if your sign say for sale 2.5 acres at $4,750, right? And then you put $250 down and $100 a month. You could charge 11% interest on the monthly payments. By the time the balance is paid in full, your $3,600 investment will have made you more than $2,100 in capital gains interest, even after minor transaction costs. You feel me? So that's pretty good. That's just
he has to have the amount you made with the interest,
Okay.
correct? But that's not
How? You don't even. First of all,
He said he bought it for. Here's the thing. He bought it for. First of all, that's a lot of money.
Let's assume that he bought it for $3,600.
I'm sorry. First of all, that's a very little money. You bought it for 36.
2.5 acres.
2.5 acres. You bought it for 36,000. You sold it for 47.5.
By the way, no, we are not looking at the. We're not looking at the big picture.
Okay.
It's 2.5 acres, according to him, that it's ready to develop. Mm-hmm. So it has electricity. It has access to plumbing. Mm-hmm. It's been zoned because he said that's the kind of land you need to buy.
Yeah.
So he went to Zillow.
Yes.
And found 2.5 acres for $3,600, and is now selling it for $4,750.
Mm-hmm.
2.5 acres.
Right.
Down payment is $250, and then $100 a month. Yep. For 45
at 11%
months.
At 11% interest. I don't know.
But he doesn't give the term.
Right. He does.
So how do you know how much money he made if I don't know for how long are you financing it? Interest on a loan, even if it's a personal loan, is not taxed at a capital gain tax rate. It's taxed as a personal income. So right there, using those terms shows me that he doesn't know what he's talking about, which means he has never done what he's talking about.
We also said you can charge 11%. You can actually charge up to 18%.
That's correct.
In the state of Florida, and really almost all states, really.
Except Delaware. Delaware, you can go...
Oh, go what, 22 or even higher?
That's why credit cards are in Delaware.
Nice. So up to 18%. If you charge more than 18% on real estate, then it's called usurage.
Correct.
But so you can charge. So he's saying 11%. Hey, you can charge 18%. If I'm doing owner financing on a vacant lot,
I'm going hard money style.
I'm going as high as I can go.
Absolutely.
Way more than 11%.
Absolutely. But it's these scenarios that motivate the ignorant to take the wrong action, which is you'll never find a lot like that. No. You'll never find a deal like that, but you'll find his OnlyFans page.
I was going to say, do you know what's going to happen? Once they go out and they start looking, he'll say, look, man, I can't give you all the game. I can't give you game. I can't give you all the sauce.
All the sauce.
But, just for free, man, you got to join. You got to come and talk to me, and pay me $500 and I'll counsel you on the whole thing. It's worth it, man. Then you pay him the $500. He gives you the same thing. Well, you got to look harder. You got to look harder. You got to look harder.
Correct.
Now, they're out there, man. They're out there. Yeah, but where? They're out there. You got to look, man. I can't do the work for you. Literally, one of the guys that I talked to from his OnlyFans actually told me that when he really started pushing him on specifics, he said that BandMan started. I just said BandMan. Kevin Ford, Mr. Ford, started belittling him and basically mocking him and making fun of him and being like, "Man, you lazy. I can't be giving you all that. I can't do all that work for you.
I can't
I'm asking you to just answer the question. Do you not know the answer?" And the guy's like, "Man," and he said he literally started mocking me and belittling me and talking to me like I was a piece of garbage. He goes, "I just paid this fucking guy." But I get it when you get painted into a corner. Like any guy that's ever cheated on his girlfriend, when his girlfriend paints him in the corner, most guys' go-to move is to get mad. Man, fuck you. I don't have to tell you that. Fuck you. You're jealous. You're this. You're that. You don't talk to me like that.
They come from that school that whoever gets angrier wins the argument.
Right. And so that's what he did. He got angry. He got upset. People belittled him after he'd gotten the money. That was his go-to move.
If anybody wants to pay me to humiliate them, please.
No, I'm available. I'm available too.
Send Matt money to his Patreon account.
Yeah, I'll
and he will guarantee a 15-minute call where he will mock you and humiliate you till the cows come home.
I have no problem with that.
He's great at it.
I have no problem with that. I do it in a subtle way, not a
He does it for free most of the times. Ask Connor.
I'm very nice, Connor. I need Connor.
Oh, you need Connor.
All right, so let's go.
Obviously, prices are going to be going up. You know what I mean, depending on where you at. I mean, that's how I look at it.
Stop
but
again.
There's no reason why you double or triple your money.
Wow.
Okay, so
wrong.
So wrong.
Houses.
I went to prison.
Like this just came out, by the way. This just came out.
Of course, when housing is going down on price.
Yeah, it didn't. This didn't come out a year ago. This came out like 4 or 5 days ago. Hey, if you guys didn't know, I also do paintings, and if you're interested in a painting, I'm going to leave my contact information in the description beneath the video. Back to the video.
You know that you have a developer. I think he developed this subdivision, D.R. Horton.
Okay.
D.R. Horton, a year ago, was telling people, we don't pay anybody commissions. I don't care if you're a realtor. We have a line of people that wants to buy.
Right.
One of the brokers that wants me to help him out.
Right.
Got a phone call from D.R. Horton saying, we're going to pay you 4% commission, a $2,000 bonus. Your clients can buy and flip after closing. They can rent short term. They can rent long term. I mean, they dropped every restriction they had because
they're getting desperate. Right. The inventory. See, the problem is even the way you just explained it, like I understand that they're now getting desperate. But to break it down, that people are what you're saying is people are getting desperate to buy houses, and that developers aren't charging astronomical fees and not paying for commission. They're now saying we're lowering our prices and we're begging you to bring people, and we'll pay you if you'll bring your clients to real estate agents. The second thing on top of that is that anybody who's watched like the economy right now, the inventory of houses, which was at like zero, is now going through the roof. There are now houses on the market that have been on the market for 30 to 90 days, where before they were less than 30 days. Houses were going on the market, and within 10 to 15 days, they had a contract and they were ready to close.
I'll tell you a funny story. You know, my daughter is a realtor.
Okay.
So she got into the habit of putting 3 contracts on 3 offers.
Right.
Because she knew that most of them were going to be rejected because it's like a bidding war, you know?
Yeah.
So she will say, well, I'm going to put an offer on this for $20,000 over appraised, this one $20,000 over appraised, this one $20,000 over appraised value. We'll see which one bites.
Right.
Most of the times, none of them accepted the offer because they wanted more money or they actually got more money.
Right.
So last week she did the same thing, and she got all 3 offers accepted.
Yeah. Because the house has been and the house has been on the market for how long?
So she actually had to call the people and tell them, listen, sorry, my client doesn't want to buy your house anymore. And these realtors were like, is there anything we can do? I mean, we don't have to go over appraised value. We can actually give you like seller's contribution. So now we're using seller's contribution again. Now we're going buy down loans. D.R. Horton has a buy down loan.
Amazing.
I love it.
Amazing.
0% down, fellas, is back in business. So those for a scammer, for a con artist, for a fraudster, those are signs of what's coming.
What's coming. Absolutely. And he's saying, but listen, Kevin Ford is telling you that house prices and land values, or land in general, those prices are all going up.
Him and a bunch of other people, by the way.
Yeah,
Let's not give him all the credit. YouTube is full of people saying,
land's going up?
Buy now. Because there's a Spanish guy.
Those are the two
named
same.
Marcos. He has like I don't know how many fucking followers on YouTube. He posted a video a couple days ago. We should do like one of those in
We
Spanish.
should do one, yeah.
He posted a video a couple days ago saying the average property is going to go up 14%. 14%.
Listen, these are the guys that are also probably telling you that crypto will never go down. That putting your money in Bitcoin and crypto is a good investment, and you'll never lose. Like, crypto's the place to put your money until suddenly, boom, you lose 50-60% of the value of your crypto.
Best place to put your money, the best place is education. Go to a freaking school, buy some books, read some blogs, or listen to people that know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or if you want to buy, if you don't want to re-educate yourself and you want to buy land or buy, let's say, buy rental properties, then buy for the long term. Understand that the property is going to go down. Don't buy it because you want to brag to your friends that you have equity. Buy it because you know I'm going to be holding this for 5 to 10 years through the next
then
finance.
I'm going to make some money.
Then I'm going to make some money.
It's my retirement account.
Right.
Now I'm going to give you a little gem. I'm going to give you
because there's no short
sauce now.
There's no short selling in real estate.
I thought you were going to be that word. There's no shortage of stupid people.
Wow.
This is the sauce right now. If you really want to learn from people that know what they're talking about, there's a website called score.org.
Score.org.
Yeah, dude. It's from the SBA. And all it is a bunch of entrepreneurs, CEOs, CFOs that are retired.
Nice.
And now they do mentoring for free.
Yeah.
You have developers in there, actual developers, real people that will mentor you for free. You have marketing, you have finances, you have everything, and it's all free advice. They have live seminars. It's phenomenal. So if you're gonna go to his OnlyFans, is it OnlyFans? Yes. So his OnlyFans page, don't waste your time, man. Just go here and actually find a mentor that knows what the hell they're talking about.
That probably has 30 or 40 years experience running a major an actual
successful
company.
Business.
Right.
You know, because there's how you can run him to the ground. All right, let's roll this bad boy. Let's get some more sauce.
If they are building homes around your land, that means people are moving there. If you're smart and you got the funds to play with, don't buy one piece of land. Buy a bunch of them together, and you can sell to a bigger buyer. Here go a little bit of sauce. You know what's crazy? I was going to put all this information on my OnlyFans, you know what I mean? Because I always just be giving sauce, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, you know, the YouTube family big, so I always bless them with the sauce, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it to y'all. But I decided to drop some love, you know what I mean?
You know what? If you don't know what he's talking about, that sounds very fucking cool.
So listen, if you find this info useful and you want to see more of this topic, y'all already know what to do. Sign up. You know what I'm saying? They make all the decisions on what to buy for the companies. Another pro tip.
It's all wrong information.
I love
with the paid video for sure. Like,
look for all the builders in the area and give them a call. You are going straight up and ask them for what they are looking for. And take it from there.
One
I have one lot,
in Davenport.
This
Florida.
was a real hack
That I-
in
that I would like to sell to you.
That I bought for
find out who the
$2,000.
buyer
I got
is
an
and how
acre
much
that I
they're
bought for
paying.
$2,000.
Then
Yeah.
you find out
What
the
did
land
you
to
do?
buy that
Switch
fits
the
their
deed?
needs.
Swamp?
Purchase
Is
it
it Swamp Land?
cheaper.
Yeah.
Is your name
direct
Gary
from
Sullivan?
the seller,
Exactly.
and then
Like,
sell
I'll
it
get
to
you
the
some- I'll
builder.
sell some
You'll
land.
be surprised how many
Gary had the
builders
sauce.
pay
Yeah,
retail
Gary.
for
Now
the land.
Gary had the sauce.
Tough.
Especially in
Yeah.
areas this is
what I
one
was
of
on
the
his
most
OnlyFans
powerful
page.
things you can do if you can't afford that house yet, or if you can't afford, anything else, because land stands still. Just off your land, you'll be able to open up a lot of doors dealing with banks because it's a sitting asset. It's not like a car where you can get in and drive away. Land is very, very important. I don't care if it's 9,000, 4,000, 3,000, 20,000.
And please, if you're on the lending business, correct me if I'm wrong. Land is the worst kind of asset you have to borrow against.
Yeah,
Most banks will only lend you about 40% of the land value.
Yeah, I think when I was doing it, you could get for land, you could get maybe 50 or 60% at most. And keep in mind too, you have
If
to
you're
have
going to develop.
no. If you had to have money down. You have to meet your DTI
Oh, no,
requirement. You have to you
That's
have to have
buy it.
reserves. Yeah,
That's
I'm saying to buy it, right?
But let's say like he says, oh well, you go to the bank and say I have some land, I need some money.
They don't care.
They don't care about land because land to resell is an actual it's a very difficult asset because zoning can change at any time and drop the value of your land.
Well, first of all,
or increase it.
And you have to pay out taxes every year. Some land in certain areas has to be maintained. It's very easy to get. Code violations on land. The other thing is land. How do you make money on raw land?
Correct.
You know,
to pay for the loan. To pay for that loan.
Right. So
As a
you
matter
have
of
to
fact,
DTI off of your regular job.
even when you have a piece of land that you're gonna develop, to get that's called a construction perm loan.
Right.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah,
Most developers are like, listen, we're gonna use our own cash to develop
Right.
because this land, as much as it's worth, we cannot get a loan against it. So this guy is saying that you're gonna walk into your bank with these 2.5 acres that you bought for $3,600.
Right. With by the way, fill out an application that he can't tell you what the underwriting guidelines are. He can't even tell you, how to fill out the application to make sure that you get the loan. And he can't guarantee you're going to get the loan because the truth is he doesn't know if you have your job, you DTI, you do anything. But he'll tell you that you can go in the bank and get the loan. You don't know that.
Listen, for the time that I have been absent, I've been studying. I've been studying the markets. I've been studying the banking industry. I've been studying the lending industry. And I have been testing things to see what works and what doesn't work. All right? That's the only way to learn, by the way. You got to test things.
Right.
He's not showing you any results.
I'll tell you specifically when I was running scams. So it wasn't just like I did it once on my personal credit, but I'm running scams using false identities or synthetic identities.
Synthetic, yeah.
Right. So I would go and I would apply for the personal loans. So the max the Fed they actually gave, or the max that the banks lent based on what was being lent to them from the Fed, was 15 at that time. Now it's like 20 something, but at that time it was like 15 grand. So I would I would call up like 3 banks and I would apply for, let's say, whatever, SunTrust and Bank of America, and then let's say, Cascade Bank. And so I'd apply for like 3 different banks. By the reason I couldn't get 4 and 5 and 6 was because by the 3rd inquiry, by the time the 4th bank went to go pull it, they would say today or within the last couple of days, you've had 3 inquiries. So the most I could ever get these banks to lend was like 45 grand. I'd get 15 from this one, 15 from this one, 15 from this one. And this is complete fraud, by the way. But by even the 4th bank, they were like, yeah, no, something's wrong. They wouldn't do it. And I don't mean this didn't happen like once, like, oh, it happened one time. No, it happened because I would do this on 5 or 6 different. And so I realized right away I could only get 3.
If you're interested of having a YouTube live, put a message on the comments.
In the
comments.
comments.
Put a comment on the comment. Put a message
in the comments. In the comments. Message.
Leave a comment.
Yes, leave a comment. Thank you.
In the comment section.
Right.
Saying, I want the live, and that way we can schedule it, and I'll be here, and we'll do a nice live.
Yeah, because if I get 5 people, it's not worth doing it.
Screw you all.
Yeah, it's silliness.
It's silliness.
I've been premiering stuff, and the premieres are getting 100 or 200, 250 people watching the premiere.
200.
So, 200 people watching the premiere. I can't even say it. I can't even fake it.
It doesn't roll off the tongue.
I can't. I would back when I was in prison, like I would walk around prison, And black guys that I was friends with, they would see me and they'd go, "Hey Cox, what's up?" And I go, "I can't call it." And they would stop and be like, "Stop,
Don't do it. Don't go there.
I know you're trying to be cool. I know you want to be like." I'm like, "No, I did. I said it good. I can't call it." They just stop it.
It's not you.
You can't do it. It's not natural. Like you can't.
Leave it to us.
Yeah. Leave it. Just say what's up, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
Cowabunga.
All right, bro.
Take the equity out that land to get other loans of land or for homes or whatever.
Yeah,
when you go to the bank, you're going to ask you, "Hey, do
greedy.
you have any assets?" And you're going to say no because you don't have any land. You're going to try to tell them, "Hey, I got a car." That's not going to work. You need land or a home. You know what I mean?
Total
or a duplex.
bullshit.
Like it's way cheaper than a home. So y'all gotta understand that. You can go get. That's the key to success right there.
Yeah, I think we're done.
And he's talking about pulling the equity out of the land.
Yeah.
Like,
You cannot get a HELOC on land. You cannot get a line of credit.
what he's saying is you can pull the equity out. Now, here's the thing. Let's say you had a piece of land that was worth $100,000. You could probably go to the bank. If you debt to income ratioed on your own, then you could go to the bank and probably get up to probably a $30,000 or $40,000 loan, a first mortgage, assuming the house is paid for free and clear. But the problem is his strategy.
Land.
No, I understand. You could get a $30,000 or $40,000.
If the land is worth a lot.
I'm saying if it was worth $100,000.
Oh yeah, if it's worth
you could probably get up to 40%.
40,000, yeah.
Right. What I'm saying is that that doesn't make sense for his strategy, because his strategy, remember, was you go in and you buy it cheap and then you sell it to the developer. So your strategy was to flip the property quickly. Now you're saying to buy it, obviously for cash. So if you're buying a piece of land for $100,000, he's saying now you can use that land to go to the bank and borrow $40,000.
Correct.
You just had $100,000 that you bought the property.
Cash.
Right. So you had $100,000 in cash to buy the property free and clear, so that you could go to the bank and borrow $40,000. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like,
so you're paying interest on $40,000 of your own money.
Right.
Why didn't you just borrow?
Why didn't you just use your own $100,000?
And just give a down payment on the land.
Right.
And buy 7 lots.
Exactly. Thank you.
Since
exactly.
Yeah.
Go in, get them to owner finance, because land is constantly being owner financed.
Listen, I'm not saying that we are good guys, because obviously according
Clearly
to
we're
the
not.
United States, we're not.
Yes. My prosecutor said horrible things.
My
My judge
prosecutor
said I
said
was a
that.
psychopath.
Yeah, which he is.
That's fine. I'm okay
But
with
we
that.
are the real thing. And this is the problem. You have to be the real thing. I don't know shit about rapping.
And you don't have to go to my OnlyFans.
No, not at all. Listen, like I said, I don't know shit about rapping. Maybe he's a better rapper than I am. Guarantee you he's a better rapper than I am.
He's got to be.
Maybe he knows the
I'm hoping he's
music
great.
industry more than I do.
But I do know he's making money on YouTube. So if you were an amazing rapper, would you have a YouTube channel?
And making money off of ignorant people is what I did for years.
Yeah.
But I was not making $20 here, $30 there. So listen, you need to get educated. This stuff is
not the way to go.
Ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And if you want to throw money away, then buy a picture of Trump. It's a waste of money.
Wow.
Come on, I had to go there.
Man.
I thought by now you would have changed the picture.
I just sold this picture.
That one specifically?
This one specifically I just sold.
To who?
To a
To
guy.
Trump?
A guy yesterday. He sent me for what?
To Trump?
No.
You should send one to
Bro,
him.
you kidding me? I've sold like 20 or 30
Oh,
of
no.
these.
I'm sure that's a big seller.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to sell it because he said I want the exact one on the wall. So I have I have like two more.
You know what? I think I'm going to do something a little funny on this video. I'm going to do since I'm always selling your stuff. If you have any viewers, do you have any viewers from Hallandale Beach, Florida, down in Broward County?
I have viewers from Australia, from
that
from
one guy,
the
but whatever.
Stop! I have from the UK. I got them all over. I got them from Holland.
If you have viewers from Hallandale Beach, Florida, I need you to stop by the Beacon Hallandale building. On the first floor, there's a coffee shop there called In Coffee We Trust. It's a phenomenal coffee shop. The owners are super hot women and super nice women. Not that has anything to do with it. They're entrepreneurs and they're spectacular. The coffee is phenomenal. The food's phenomenal.
Yeah. Okay.
And I will be there Friday during the day. And you can just swing by and say hi. I'll be one of the baristas. No, I won't be one of the baristas, but
This guy paid me last night. See, on my birthday, July 2nd, he paid me last night
for Trump.
for Trump. I'm sending him Trump.
Nice.
I told him I'd have it in the mail by the 5th.
I love it. All right, so I think we're ready to wrap this baby up.
Let's wrap it up.
I think you all got the sauce. By the way, I think you need to.
You gave him sauce and I gave him game.
Listen, we are this. It's like shake and bake. Like what's a Talladega night? Ricky Bobby. So we got the sauce.
You gotta get. See, you could throw Ricky Bobby in there.
You gotta tell Ricky Bobby. Come on.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
whoever is editing Kevo's videos, you need to get that guy here.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah. He's really, really, really good.
He's
got game.
He's
Yeah,
got game.
yeah, and the sauce.
Can you imagine how corny we sound? Hey, so listen, if you guys like the video, do me a favor, and I'd like to get this video to 500 likes, so hit the like button. I know not everybody does that all the time, but please hit the like button. Please share the video to a couple of your buddies and ask them to like it. I don't even care if they watch the whole thing. So I want to get to 500 likes, and I'm hoping to push the video, and I just want to make sure we spread this
Matt
out.
says if this video doesn't get 500 likes, I'm not coming back. So if you want me back,
That beats
I
the
need
last time where you
500.
said I was going to have to prostitute myself or something. The last time you said something like,
and he did, and it didn't go well, so I'm back. Because he did not have the sauce.
All right. All right. I appreciate you guys watching. And yeah, definitely subscribe, do the whole thing, and leave a comment. And I appreciate it. And see ya.
Share this video.